Hello, lovely sports fans out there. You're welcome to another wonderful episode of Sports and Politics. Our guest for today rose to the highest office of the land, becoming the President of the Republic of Ghana. His admirers call him Diewo. He's popularly known as President Kufuor. His Excellency, former President of the Republic of Ghana, President John Agyekum Kofi Diewo Kufuor. He worked with Kumasi Asante Kotoko as Sebibuachi was his senior in school. Asad Mala and a lot more of the exciting Kotoko officials back in the 80s supported him to make Kumasi Asante Kotoko a success. President John Agyekum Kufuor is our guest on the show. His Excellency, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. In politics, you were the President of the Republic of Ghana, the highest office. In football, you were once a director of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. What has been your secret?
I take it as a calling on both sides, and also love of the occupation. I love politics, and I love soccer, especially Kotoko, those times. So if you want to see, my love for the two occupations, a secret, you are entitled.
Who and who did you work with at Kotoko, and how easy or difficult?
I was not just director, I was director for some time and chairman of the board of directors for, I believe, 3 years continuous. I quit only to go into presidential politics. I worked with the then board of directors and also chief executive of the club for Kotoko.
Who was your favorite Kotoko player at the time?
It's not one, I had many, from even when I was at primary school.
Some of which are?
Late Sebibuachi was one. I was at school with him. He was my senior. But at soccer, he was just an artist. He was real talented and could play tricks with the ball. This was in the 50s or even 40s, late 40s, early 50s. Similarly, James Ajay, who I believe would rank with some of the most gifted footballers anywhere, anytime. Another artist. Down the time, you had people like Ibrahim Sande, Ose Kofi, and my own cousin, Beye Opokwafri, my cousin.
Your rise to the directorship of Kotoko, I believe, didn't come by magic. You might have associated yourself
love
with sports.
And commitment and following. I believe the club must have seen in me a committed supporter, a follower who wouldn't treat his affairs lightly.
Do you still have that attachment to Kotoko?
So, as far as soccer goes, I'm committed to Kotoko.
Have you had any disappointment as a follower of football?
Well, naturally, when your team loses, you feel disappointed. But that's sports. You play to win or to lose.
Let's come to your presidency.
Yeah.
Ghana struggled from independence to qualify for the World Cup, but it never was until His Excellency President Kufuor assumed the throne. How much of an effort did you put into our qualification?
I thought our boys were as good as anywhere, because they had started playing international, leading clubs all over, and in those clubs they excelled. So I couldn't understand why, when they came back home to play for Ghana, they didn't show the distinction that they showed outside. And I gave them pep talks. I made them feel I was there for them, behind them. And I believe that must have encouraged them to put in the extra effort to shine.
Under your regime, Ghana chalked a lot of successes, sporting successes. Which of them was the most memorable one?
Well, staging the CAN 2008 here in Ghana was very good. But going to the World Cup in Germany, I believe, was the crowning glory, the first time ever. I remember traveling to Germany, and the then president of Germany, Mr. Kohler, lifting me in his presidential plane to, I believe, Hanover, where Ghana was playing Italy, which became the champion club.
Yeah,
eventually. Italy had such a huge reputation, and really, I just didn't feel sure that Ghana could measure up. But our boys performed so well. And I thought what really stopped our boys from at least holding Italy to a drawn match was stage fright. But the boys performed so well. I was sitting with Beckenbauer,
the Kaiser.
The Kaiser of Germany, and President Kohl. I sat, I think, between the two of them. It got to a point where our boys could have scored, but right in front of the post, they were shooting wide. So the president of Germany, who must also have felt frustrated, turned on me and said, "Look, can't your boys shoot into the post?"
And what did you tell him?
Well, I couldn't answer because truly the boys were not scoring. But Beckenbauer, who is the professional, sat quiet, observed, and then turned and prophesied. Ghana lost to Italy, all right? But he prophesied, you are going to beat, I think, the Czech team.
That was the next match.
You beat the Czech and also beat the Americans. And truly,
it came to pass.
We beat the two of them. So I felt that with a bit more exposure for our boys, they could rise to the challenge.
Kane Mampeni President Kufuor enkomo twetwe no eno ana yagusuo no. Yebisa ne say wetumi abaye president, the biggest position you can hold in the nation Ghana. And was abaye chairman, arguably Kotoko, the best club in Ghana. Adiyan ena ye ne secret. Osi woni secret bia o doma manyosem o doma ball bonsem so anything otumi eye adwuma miani na yie. Wasan eto aso se emre okumasi asante Kotoko no nimpenimfo bebre ye adwuma sad malamo asebibu achide na oye ne senior was school na ne gye ne ho papa bobofo bi te se opoku afri ye James Ejemo no odomo papa esanse no muni magro di e ma agro no eye de eba ne se na obeye kro bia asante Kotoko adwuma osi na wo support Kotoko no osum team no na adwuma eso Kotoko fo mpenimfo ani enti ne de Kotoko adwuma no share ne nsa na odi ne ye nso eba World Cup a ne pan so e na oman Ghana ye ko ye World Cup adikan wose wono wangasa tena ase sense ne gye ball ho nti na wadwene ho se eba ne sen e na oman Ghana wo ball bofofo dodo oman Ghana wo ball bofo dodo na wa amanone ebi bo Chelsea ebi bo Sunderland ebi ebo teams akase bebre nanso yentumi qualify enko World Cup into a fair place no Stephen Apiamo and otu omfo se ommom homodin so mbepeja oman Ghana franka etumi ade Ghana akọ World Cup so afutuo no and wagitum se Tom Rantie na koma so a Germany 2006 omode oman Ghana ekoye wo bra wo kai wa agudiem no wo kire se yemienu kan 2008 Ghana hostuye sabe no oye o mampani de to so mienu 2006 World Cup no oni German chancellor Kaiser ekotena afako no mo hwebo na enika wo se Kaiser ehye nkom se Ghana ebehye America asan ahye Czech Republic ebemu ma no enti na ye ne nwanwa yie pa na so football the predictions etumi bam eno ye da okaya na ni agi bebre enkom twetwe ayegusu ni President Kufuor twetwe no ofan edikan yenkwaje nkrato ye ba ye beto aso. Hello, lovely sports fans out there. Welcome back from the break. The show is Sports and Politics. President John Agyekum Kufuor is our guest on the show. Ghanaian international Asamoah has remained grateful to date. During the CAN 2008, a lot of supporters attacked his personality for his inability to score for Ghana. You went to the camp of the Black Stars and everything seemed settled.
Yes.
What exactly did you tell him?
Well, I spoke in front of all the somehow I had detected unusual strength in the boy. He got drive. You know, it's very strong. It could be purposeful. Only sometimes he can go a bit wild. So when everybody was picking at him, I thought he would be demoralized and even destroyed as a player. But I thought with, again, a bit of pep talk to him, he would refocus and be stabilized, and that in due course he would shine. And that's what I did.
Given another opportunity, what advice would you give to the Black Stars as regards the upcoming Nations Cup and World Cup 2014?
Well, the Black Stars are not novices any longer. They've been exposed internationally, and they've been the talk of global series. So I would expect, and a lot of them, of the players are so experienced, playing for some of the top teams around the world, that I would expect that with good management and adequate incentives, the Black Stars would assume the necessary risk-taking. So has to hold the team together to enable it win more laurels for Ghana.
You were in power for 8 years. Obviously, it's a known fact that the sports ministry is a very hot ministry. What constituted the modalities with which you were picking your ministers for the sports?
Well, I picked, to begin with, late Jose Kwaku. Jose was like, we were at school, it was a year or two behind me from primary school.
Really?
Yes. No. I think about 4 years behind me at primary school. He was always a player in loved football. So when we came into government, I thought he would belong naturally. He understood football and had been involved in football administration, so he would do well for the sports ministry. I picked him first. Now, unfortunately, somehow his support staff didn't cooperate too well with him. That's why I had to change him. And then the sports ministry was absorbed into the education under Mr. Bayredu, sports-loving person. And he had a singular trait of focusing totally on everything he did, whether it was working figures, and he became finance minister. Yeah. We called him Mr. Figures or Mr. Statistics, but everywhere he went, and you ask him a question, he would recite all the figures for you. It was the same with sports. It was under him, Ghana won the contest, the bid to the CAN 2008, and he again moved severally and everywhere to prepare for the building of the stadia and so forth and so on, in preparation for. But before the tournament came on, he had been shifted to finance. Then Obi Amuatu was always there as a sports-loving person, and I think he was deputy minister.
The prerogative to reshuffle ministers rests with the president. A lot of people thought Honorable Yasaf Mafu was doing well at the time you reshuffled him. What happened?
When I come to writing my memoirs, I'll say a lot more, but for the time being, we don't want to indulge in.
Is there anything you would have loved to do for Ghana if you had stayed a little longer?
The hope was to build a modern stadium for every region of Ghana. I was invited to China, on a state visit to China. And in Shanghai, I got introduced to a fully covered stadium incorporating a hotel and for the teams that will play and all, at a cost I couldn't believe. That stadium, a small one, 15,000 seater, was costing just $18 million, $18 million. So I got intrigued and asked if they could reproduce that sort of thing in Ghana. And they said, why not? They said, if you would do a 20,000 seater for us per region, how much? They said about $25 million. So immediately I jumped at it and said, look, Ghana had 10 regions. 2 needed stadia capacities of, say, 40,000 and perhaps higher. But the rest of them could do with 20,000 each. So if you would build at 25 million each, then Ghana would engage you. And that's how we started. And then we won the CAN 2008, and we started with the secondary Tamale. In fact, originally, suppose they had stayed on the 25 million, Cape Coast was also included. But then somehow they got into Ghana, and the price was changing. They moved it to 40 million and said, no, our budget didn't exceed beyond 75 million for 3. So if you are now insisting on 40 for each, we could do 2. So we had to suspend Cape Coast for the time being and focus on secondary and Tamale.
Finally, would you pass this suggestion on to Nanado in the event he wins power in 2020?
Nanado himself is a great soccer player and a fan, and I would expect him perhaps to do more than I did.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure talking
Thank
to
you.
His Excellency former President Kufuor Komotwetwe na no ana yeguso no. Ye bisa ne se kan 2008 drew baby na Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan re aho no ho woni ne obafo Gyan so almost so mo niam akofie. President Kufuor ko campa all of a sudden na nneoma asesa Asamoah Gyan asesa na adwene se obetoa so abo Black Stars. Ye bisa President Kufuor se de be pote e na o ka kire Asamoah Gyan. Wo so ohunu sa ho din bi ewa abranti Asamoah Gyan mu enti otu no fo so onyi na adwen emfri Ghana fo so na won to aso ensina kan eno ena ehya Asamoah Gyan enkran ya wonam so ebo no homodin abaye captain ediama the Black Stars of Ghana. Ye bisa President Kufuor bio se bibi wo ho a enka na opese obeye as minister when to me anye o se na abreso na nka opese wo si modern stadium bako ewo region bia nanso wentumi enwie ebisa ne se daachi na nado beye mampani obenka obema na ya na so na nado de ne neji agodi ehu dada nti enyo no na obetu no fo ni ministers ho asem nso oso wo yi Osakwaku owura Osakwaku the late honorable na oye ni mate ewo school nti oba ye na oye ni sports minister nanso ntawantawa bi nti na dwuma anso nani ene wo de owura Banre Dubai obebo dwuma mapa ene oyi ni free ode ya asafomafo ba ebisa ne se ya asafomafo oyi ni free wono amanfo acheche o madwene bebre ebisa ne se ya asafomafo yi ni free one amanfo acheche o ma dwin bebre ebisi wo yo mensensem ti no yi ya asafomafo free wo so ya no de won kan ne nka ne kina wo twerɛ ne memoir daachi bi ode be hyem as woni ho a amanfo ehunu de ekɔ support nti a ɔyɛ reshuffle eyi ya asafomafo emo qualify ekɔ World Cup na so ne 9 NC Germany we ni nkomotwetwe ne President Kufuor twetwe na wieye. Sports and politics has been the show. Same time next week, keep enjoying sports and politics.